Hey everyone, how's it going? Hope everyone's doing good. So now it's time to talk about UFC, right? UFC is very interesting. I started actually liking it at one point over boxing because boxing wasn't delivering for a little bit, but now it's doing better. But anyways, UFC is very fun, man. I really enjoy watching it. The White House card's coming up with Gaethje, Ilia Topuria, and then Cyril Gahn versus Pereira, which is probably like a more competitive fight than Ilia versus Gaethje. That's not controversial to say, but it's pretty obvious. And then you got Diego Lopez, you have O'Malley on the undercard, you have Chandler, I think. And it's a pretty good card. It's stacked. A lot of people had more expectations for it, but it's a good card overall. And yeah, I'm very excited. We're gonna talk about people like Conor McGregor. Yeah, I feel like even if you didn't watch UFC, you knew about Conor McGregor. We're also gonna cover Brandon Moreno because I think he is the one that got me into the sport. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, and well, I forget, but that's pretty cool. With him becoming champion and all that. And also, we're gonna cover documentaries about the UFC, like in the past. Like I saw a really good one about like Mark Kerr, Royce Gracie, um, Don Fry, Rampage Jackson. Very exciting stuff. We're also gonna cover other MMA promotions, but obviously not in the UFC. Because they're their own company, so keep it separate. But we're gonna cover other professions like kickboxing, BJJ. There's a lot of things to learn from the UFC and about the UFC, but we're gonna get into that very exciting stuff, and it's just very fun. Martial arts is it's new, it's growing more and more in popularity, and I'm here for it. I'm also gonna be covering MMA movies, UFC movies, all that good stuff. It's gonna be great, and yeah, man, very excited to talk about the UFC. Um, we're gonna see if UFC is good or bad, for the sport of MMA. We're gonna see about Dana White, and cover a lot of influencers in the space. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you'll have a good one, and thank you.